What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one I wanted to give you guys a very quick update on Tesla intraday because right now we're seeing some very interesting price action because 180 has finally failed us for Tesla. Now before I break anything down, let me mention a couple of things real quick. Firstly, I'm not a financial planner. Take none of this as financial advice whatsoever. I'd also appreciate it if you guys smash the like button. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire Tesla community as a whole. So anyways, let's talk about the market, what's going on. SPY is barely holding 398 right now. Now, in my previous video, though, I told you the market would likely get a nice bounce. We did get the bounce temporarily. SPY actually went from 396 all the way up to 401. We were holding okay in the very beginning, but then this move ended up failing, showing some relative weakness in the markets. SPY is a lot weaker than the QQQ for the time being, and we're seeing the whole market actually slowing down to some degree. A lot of this is happening because of the big banks like JP Morgan taking massive hits right now because of the yield inversions right now. This is once again signaling recessionary fears and also the market slowing down in anticipation of big economic data. We have unemployment data coming out tomorrow. That's going to be very important. And as we're getting closer to it, the market is slowing down big time. The market tried, or at least SPY tried to get to 400. It failed from there. We're on a nice downtrend. And overall, I mean, what's going to matter is going to be the numbers coming out for tomorrow and also CPI. But from a technical standpoint, right, this is looking a lot more on the bearish side because we established a lower high. We're failing to make a higher high relative to the previous high from last week. The market is looking like it's weakening. Now, for the triple Q, like I told you guys, this is actually a little bit stronger than SPY. It's barely green as of right now, but it is looking like it's going to get dragged down by other big stocks out there like Apple. Apple to me is also looking pretty bearish, looks very distributive, likely going to drag the market down too. I could see Apple start declining from here. You could see we have an indecision candle, a doji actually forming for the daily. It's likely going to reverse very soon depending on the data, but the odds are favoring downside. Now for Tesla, the quick thing I wanted to mention is that from the bigger time frame on the daily, okay, please excuse these lines down here. I'm going to talk about these a little bit later, but if I just hide all of this, you will notice that we have an MACD crossover on the PPO. The trend is becoming a lot more bearish. Momentum is favoring the bears, and we're losing strength on Tesla. Could Tesla bounce? If it does bounce, the TA is telling us it's likely not going to last. Tesla's looking very weak, and a lot of shorts are going to start piling in if this thing does even like bounce just a tiny bit. It's even looking unlikely like it's going to bounce at all. It's looking more bearish, more and more bearish. Now, once again, I did mention that there are other important levels to watch. So remember, we broke below 180. That was kind of unexpected because Tesla looked like it really wanted to get the rebound. It got the small rebound. It failed at 185. That's the level I mentioned yesterday. But I didn't expect Tesla to actually reverse this hard this quickly. I was thinking that it would try to hold this level temporarily. It doesn't seem to matter as much. This is also because of the fact that for the markets, the 0-day to expiration options ended up shifting max pain for SPY and the QQQ. And now the market makers don't have to prop the market up as much. It happened very quickly intraday. But anyways, that's not the bigger picture. What's going on with Tesla? Tesla now has resistance at 180 and also 183 and then 185. Watch those levels very carefully. If there's any sort of rebound, which I'm actually doubting right now, it's looking a lot more bearish. Now, if Tesla does, fail out of this demand zone, which is between 177.5 and 180, if it fails, first off, don't forget 177.5. If we fail and drop below that, watch 175.85. This is going to be the next major level of support, very close to that 175 range. Now, these levels are not going to be perfect, but they're going to be very close to where the next major level of support is going to be. And if that fails, the next support is going to be in the 173 zone. Specifically, it's at about 173.17 around here. This is the next key Fibonacci retracement zone. And if that fails, there's the notorious 170. We can see Tesla come all the way down there if this level fails, whether it's the next couple of days, whether it's intraday. I'm just preparing you guys right now, just in case worst comes to show. If the market wants to bounce, we need a catalyst. We're not getting the catalyst right now. SPY actually just failed at 398. Once again, guys, not looking that good. Tesla's likely going to see more downside. So the odds are in favor of the bears right now. Tesla's likely going to get dragged down, unfortunately. And I just want everyone to be prepared for this. I want to warn everyone, and please be ready. We have big data tomorrow. We also have big data coming out for CPI. Please be ready. I want to keep this as short as possible. Thank you all so much for listening. Be very safe and be very careful in a market like this. Thank you. Tesla to the moon, because the long-term future for the super long term is still very bright. And peace out.